possession. Trying to go forward with it now, but SETU Arena, or Waterford, trying to get the bodies back there as well, but the ball is recycled back now in Dundalk. Good patient build up here. Route 1 ball inside. Advanced mark is claimed, but overturned momentarily there. Dundalk still in possession on the edge of the D now, trying to get this ball across. They lead 5 points to 1 on that scoreboard, trying to step inside that cover there. SETU Waterford plenty of bodies back there, but Dundalk doing well. It's a patient build up by the visitors here this evening. Back into shape now of Shay Lai. Dundalk goalkeeper Shane Garland making a burst up the field as well. He's right in front of our commentary position here on the stand side. Dundalk going through the keep ball route, back with Liam Stafford, back with the goalkeeper Shane Garland, with an absolutely beautiful ball off the outside of his right boot across to the far over side of the field. And Dundalk still in possession on the edge of the D. Effort comes in, mighty boot of a ball. That'll be a fair score if it goes over. Well worked score, and it's a fine effort as well by the visitors. It's the centre half forward Tom Gray who's got his second point of the evening. 6 points to 1 now in favour of Dundalk IT, who've looked very lively in this opening half so far, certainly breaking at pace. And Shane Garland, that's the goalkeeper, certainly playing a very high line here in the modern game. So on Sunday in a lot of the inter-county games, and you can see that trend continuing in the Trench Cup here this evening. 6 points to 1 to Dundalk. Kick out going to come from Ben Kerwin, and there's another bit of a stoppage here. There's a bit of an argument on the sideline here between the management teams. I see Paddy Nugent down there from the Clashmore Kinsale Begman, of course, involved with the SETU Waterford's backroom team. Kick out comes, and SETU win that ball back. That's well won, well gathered by the substitution who's into the fray there. Owen Toomey has entered the fray. Not sure who went off there for Dundalk or for Waterford. We'll try and bring you that one as soon as the information, as soon as it comes to hand, but we'll follow the play. As you can see on your scoreboard, 6 points to 1, all momentarily cut out there by Waterford and Colin Foley. The Abbey side, Balnacorty native, back in with Jay Hughes. 3 points so far for Hughes. He's going for a fourth, but that one isn't going to curl inside off his left leg. It was a nice looking effort, just didn't draw it in enough, but it's gone outside and wide. He's got 3 points so far this evening. 2 points from frees, 1 from play, but it remains 6 points to 1 on the scoreboard. Ben Kerwin off his right foot lobs this one down on top of Jim McGurk. He's illegally challenged there by the Dundalk player, and I think the referee is going to bring that forward a few metres there. A bit of descent in the shape of Shane Slevin, the Dundalk wing forward. It's going to be taken very, very quickly by SETU Waterford. Jordan O'Sullivan, member of the Waterford senior football panel, of course, who were comprehensively beaten by Leitrim over the weekend, but they'll be hoping to get back to winning ways on Saturday when they welcome Carlow to this very venue. Here's Shamey Fitzgerald on the ball now for SETU. Diagonal ball, trying to spray it inside there, but Dundalk have bodies back there, and that's well gathered by the visitors in possession. They're leading on that scoreboard, and they're looking very lively in this opening half. It's their first outing of this competition. Again, it's direct route 1 ball. Ben Kerwin off his line again. Foot race here inside is the direct ball inside, in as far as the Dundalk IT full forward line. Here is Patrick Johnson on the ball now. Is he going to get the kick away? Going to get inside the cover. Turns back on outside of the right boot. He tried to draw it in across it. That's gone wide by the Dundalk player there. It was Johnson again. Very, very interestingly, the tack that Dundalk are applying, it's route 1 inside. Johnson there tried the spectacular there off the outside of the right boot. Had a runner off him as well if he had spotted Cathal Fleming gone inside, but elected to go solo. Just didn't draw it in. 6 points to 1 Dundalk lead on the scoreboard. And the kick out is going to come from Ben Kerwin in the goal for SETU Waterford. Links up with Colin Foley. Walter Halley takes the ball out for the home team. And the Bunmahan man goes forward. Off to the midfielder, Sean Murphy. Or Jason Early, I should say. Early has possession, the Kildare man. On as far as the full forward, that's Connor Murphy on that far side. The Kildare duo linking up with each other. SETU trying to get down over this ball, and they have possession. Referee says the tackling is good by Dundalk. Have they overturned it? They're certainly booting it forward. Looks like they have overturned it. Foot race here, and it's a lovely chip up there. What a pick-up that is by Tom Gray, the man on the 40. He's got 2 points so far for the visitors. He's looking very lively. Prods this one forward as far as Shane Slevin on the 45-metre line. Off as far as Shay Lai. Got that massive point off the outside of his boots. This one is threaded through. Bounces over the head there of the wing back, Liam Stafford, who was raiding forward there. Just misjudged it really. Colin Foley was there as well, but the home team will be happy enough and breathe a bit of a sigh of relief there as they carry this ball forward. Killian O'Brien has it now, and Ben Kerwin, the SETU goalkeeper, playing that almost quarterback role, but just boots that one forward, but only back down the throat of the Dundalk defence. Colin Foley just getting a bit of words of encouragement from the SETU sideline. Dundalk carry this ball forward again. They're looking very lively off the outside of the left boot inside. Walter Halley out in front of his man here. He does well. Bends his back, gets down over the ball. Won that race there against Patrick Johnson, and this time it's the home team working the ball out. Their chance to get hands on the ball. Dylan Furlong has it, the Wexford man. He's carrying the ball forward now. Has Colin Foley off his shoulder if he needs him, but elects to go back in with it, looking for options. Brings it back into the centre, where SETU have plenty of bodies in their new navy jerseys this evening. And it's Sean Murphy who gets that hand pass away, links up with his midfielder early, takes it back. Good 1-2 here, going across the field with it now, and it's in the hands of Seamus Fitzgerald on the far side. Treads it down the line now. SETU have a runner inside if they can get Conor Murphy on the ball. He has possession, turning and twisting off the left leg, turns around, wheels away, can't get it on target though. Decent enough effort from the Kildare man, but it's on the wrong side of the post from SETU Waterford, who trail by 6 points to 1. Live coverage here on the SETU Waterford sports Facebook page. We've more action coming up for you tomorrow night in the Fitzgibbon Cup, when SETU Waterford welcome MTU Cork. 7:15 throw in tomorrow night, as Dundalk IT carry this ball forward in the shape of Jack McAvoy. Got the hand pass off there, and again it's a direct route one ball inside. They're shown well inside. Johnson tries to get out in front of his man there, but SETU defending well there. That seems to be a push in the back. Could even see that one from here, and Sean Lonrigan agrees that's going to be a free out for the home team, who were maybe just settling down into it. Dundalk IT did all the early running, and they do have a handsome enough lead on that scoreboard, a 5-point lead, but there's still plenty time to go as SETU carry this ball out. Killian O'Brien with the offload off as far as Sean Murphy carrying it forward. Dundalk getting plenty of bodies back there as well, and now it's Seamus Fitzgerald trying to get inside that cover. He's on the just about to go back with it, and does that. Links up with McGurk, the wing forward. McGurk goes route one in this one, trying to tread it into the full forward line, but it's over the head of everyone really, and the Dundalk goalkeeper Shane Garland says thank you very much. He cleans that one up and comes away with it. Garland continuing his run there. It's now with Shane Hanratty, the corner back, and there's plenty of space here for Murphy, or for Carl Fleming I should say, the Dundalk full forward, trying to swing this one in off his right leg. It'll be a fair score if it goes over. Looks like it's gone wide. It has gone outside and wide there from the full forward. Will be a little bit disappointed with that. Dundalk management team just telling him as well maybe to use the simpler option there and maybe carry the ball back out with his support runners, but certainly the Dundalk full forward Fleming was certainly confident enough to have a go, but just pulled at the wrong side of the post on this occasion. And Ben Kerwin, as you can see, just taking his time over this one, trying to seize up the options for the home team. Kerwin goes long with this one. He's a mighty boot at the ball. The man from Kill goes long, but it's well gathered there by Jack McAvoy. Claims the mark in the centre of the field. Gets on with it very quickly. Dundalk centre forward on the ball now. That's Tom Gray. He has 2 points so far. Into the lively corner forward, Jay Hughes, and he floats it over the bar. We have a white flag coming, have we? We certainly have indeed. The umpire a little bit hesitant there, but it's a 4-point for Jay Hughes, 7th point for Dundalk IT, and they lead 7 points to 1. Beautiful score off his left leg there. Confident kick by the corner forward, and Ben Kerwin taking another kick out. Goes out the line as far as Dylan Furlong. Colin Foley and Jason Early linking up. Early coming away with this ball. He needs support. Dundalk about to pressurise him, but Early escapes a couple of challenges there, and back with Killian O'Brien, the corner back. Goes back as far as Walter Halley. Walter trying to break out. That ball secures the possession and breaks past that first tackle. Now there's a bit of space for Colin Foley. Lovely sidestep by Colin. Dishes it off as far as Conor McCarthy. He has a runner off him if he needs him. Jordan O'Sullivan, I see, raiding down Balnacourty. And SETU have a chance. The effort comes in. It'll be a fair score if it goes over. That's from the wing forward, and the umpire swaves it wide. Jim McGurk there had the effort. In fact, it was Carl Grimes, who's SETU's only scorer so far. So kick out for Shane Garland, the Dundalk goalkeeper. Goes off the outside of his boot in the orange boots tonight, and it's a fine kick. Dundalk IT hugging the touchline on the far over side, and that was the fullback Sean Healy. Just very simple, very patient build up by the visitors, looking very composed, looking very confident so far in the opening half. We've 20 minutes played, but just as I say, a commentator's curse, they kick that ball away, and SETU could break here if they can get Conor McCarthy on the ball. He has possession. Challenges come in. Referee says it's fair. Sean Lonergan says still in possession, and this time the referee says that's into the back of Conor McCarthy, free into the home team. He's on the deck, and just getting a chance to maybe draw breath for a second there. Did well to hang on to possession there, but the home team not hanging around with it, prodded down the line in as far as the full forward Conor Murphy trying to get there, but he still has possession, somehow has it, shaking off his man back as far as Carl Grimes, and the referee says the ball was thrown there. Sean Lonergan of Tipperary, so it's going to be a free out to Dundalk and their chance to counter-attack. They lead on the scoreboard, as you can see, by 7 points to 1. Jack McAvoy getting his hands on the ball. It's with the hard-working Shay Lloyd, the wing forward. He got that point off the outside of his boot in the very early exchanges. He's carried a lot of balls so far, forward so far. And now there's an opening here for the visitors. He'll try and keep that scoreboard ticking back with the corner forward Hughes. Again, they're on the edge of the D. They're having an effort from long distance. And that one, they won't be happy with the end product on that occasion. And Ben Kerwin was happy enough to leave that go harmlessly out over the end line and wide. Still evening here in Carriganore, a little bit of a breeze underneath us, but thankfully it's dry and the pitch in absolutely immaculate condition here, and what's a very busy evening here, a hive of activity in Carriganore with the both Waterford senior teams, hurlers and footballers training here tonight, and certainly always a busy hive of activity, as we said, but always a great place to visit as well. And once again, thanks to Aaron Beresford and company and all the lads behind the scenes in facilitating tonight's live stream, to Dennis here as well on camera, playing a blinder here tonight. Ball inside as far as Dundalk, and there could be an opening here. Effort comes in and it's into the back of the net there from Jay Hughes. What a finish that is. Lovely offload there by Patrick Johnson. No chance for Ben Kerwin. Jay Hughes is up to 1-4 now. Rattles the back of the net. 1-7 to a point, and it's all one-way traffic here at the SETU Arena in Carriganore. There was venom in that strike from Jay Hughes, and he's up to 1-4. Dundalk are up to 1-7. Ben Kerwin with the kick out. Colin Foley, the Balnacorty man, just put under a little bit of pressure there, but he did well to win the free there. And SETU now will just be trying to slow things down a little bit and get themselves back into this game. It's a long way back, but they are really playing a well-drilled side in Dundalk IT. It would have been fancy to top this group and go a long way in the Trench Cup this year. Let's see what the response is from the home team. As they go forward, they'll want to respond with a score. Chance for Sean Murphy, the midfielder, going forward, just loses the possession momentarily there, and Dundalk IT are there, just swarm him around there, plenty of bodies around him, as I see Keelan Taylor getting ready to come on down underneath us for the home team. He'll be on shortly, but Dundalk trying to keep that scoreboard ticking. Jay Hughes, all lovely sidestep there by Hughes, gets inside Killian O'Brien momentarily, but the Limerick defender does well to keep him out, but it's back with Carl Fleming. Still Fleming going forward off his right leg, and that's gone out, and it's gone wide. It's gone out for a 45. We have that substitution now, and that is going to be Keelan Taylor from the St. Saviour's Club here in Waterford City. He's coming on, and I think, not too sure who's coming off there for SETU Waterford, but it looks like perhaps it is Carl Sheehan, the centre half back from Wicklow, who's making way. So Keelan Taylor is on. Ben Kerwin, brilliantly taken there, but Jack McAvoy was unchallenged, catching that ball, boots it forward, well gathered, well cut out there by Jordan O'Sullivan. And SETU, a chance for them to go forward, but again, Jim McGurk just failed to get his hands on that one. Mopped up by Dundalk, and Jack McAvoy says, thank you very much, treads it forward in as far as Hughes. The corner forward, 1-4 so far. Nice balance and control, thinking about a shot. Back outside as far as Patrick Johnson. Can he curl it in? Absolutely superb score by Patrick Johnson. He's looked very lively. Got the nod here. Started the game this evening himself and Hughes. Lovely 1-2 there. And it was a brilliant end product there from Patrick Johnson. 1-8 to a point. It's all Dundalk IT here in Carriganore tonight. I'm sure SETU now, Waterford will be hoping for that half-time whistle maybe very shortly as they work this ball out with Killian O'Brien. It's with the centre half forward now. That's Dylan Furlong, the Wexford native, of course. Shipped across, and SETU Waterford have it back with in the shape of Dylan Furlong again. Way back in his own defence, and now carrying this ball forward. Is there a score in SETU Arena? Is there a couple of scores, SETU Waterford I should say, in them before the half-time break? They would like to think so. They'll certainly need to get a few going into the dressing rooms at half-time. Fitzgerald and Furlong. Quick 1-2 here. Can they get the shot away? Furlong in possession. He needs support. Dundalk are back there in plenty of numbers. They're disciplined in defence, and once again they win that ball back. That's tenacious defending there. Good defending by the visitors, and they win this ball back. That's happened countless times tonight on numerous occasions. Working back there, and that swarm tackle as well. It's very disciplined, and it's very good tackling. Route 1 ball here, and Dundalk IT in possession again. They've runners coming from everywhere. This time it's Shane Slevin gone inside. Referee has the hand up for an advantage. Can they make that advantage count? And they certainly look like they're going to. And he's going to come back for the free there, as Slevin was certainly hauled down there. So it's going to come back for the free. Referee was just playing an advantage there as the ball came off the upright. And here's the chance for Dundalk to add to their tally. Looks like, is it Jay Hughes or Carl Fleming is going to have a go at this one. He hasn't scored so far, but he's been very lively in that Dundalk IT full forward line. TUS Midlands, of course, the other team in the group. They beat Waterford IT, SETU Waterford, I should say, by 113 to 110 in round 1 last week. Change of football, I believe. It is going to be a 45 for Dundalk IT, who lead on that scoreboard, as you can see, by 1-8 to a point. And here's a chance for Jay Hughes to add to his tally. He's got 1-4 so far this evening. Left or right leg, he can do no wrong so far. Hoping to continue that trend, and he has put this one wide on that occasion. So he is a human after all. Kick out going to come from Ben Kerwin. A bit of a dispute there. Not sure about maybe how quick Ben Kerwin was taking the kick out, or asking maybe for a second football. I'm not too sure, but either way, we'll follow the play. And was that gone over the line? We've no linesman here tonight, but referee indicating there, I think there was a push, so it's going to be a free out to the home team. Going to be taken by Colin Foley. Going to go looking perhaps to maybe go short with this one, but Colin off his right leg brings this one across, and SETU trying to mount an attack, trying to get a few scores before the interval. Killian O'Brien steps inside that challenge, going forward now. Good play by the Limerick man. He has support off the shoulder there from Carl Grimes if he needs it, but elects to carry the ball forward. Now off as far as Carl Grimes, who's their only scorer so far this evening, and not going to want to see that one, I don't think, again, Grimes, but that's pretty disappointing from the home team, and the management team not happy with that on the sideline. Just 1 point so far for Waterford, and that came courtesy of Carl Grimes. Dundalk IT, it's the Jay Hughes show so far this evening. He's got 1-4. Shay Loy with a point, Tom Gray chipping in with 2 points, and Patrick Johnson also on target for the visitors. Ben Kerwin pushing up on this kick out. SETU goalkeeper breaking ball. Who's it going to favour? Looks like there was a pullback there on the Waterford midfielder, Jason Early. Just being urged and being told there, literally telling Owen Clark to drop the ball. Early has it for the home team. He's looking for options, goes back as far as Ben Kerwin, who's pushed right up, the Waterford inter-county keeper, of course. And again, cheaply given away there by SETU Waterford, and Shay Loy just covers that ground back, says thank you very much, and kicks this one long. Well gathered inside, well cut off by Dylan Furlong, anticipating it there ahead of Cathal Fleming, and now it's the home team's chance to break. Good 1-2 here. Jordan O'Sullivan on the ball now, trying to go forward. Links it back in as far as Furlong. Was there a tug of the arm there? Referee says play on. Still SETU Waterford in possession. Back with the wing forward now, Jim McGurk, the Monaghan native, in as far as Furlong again. Again trying to get by a couple of would-be challenges here. Seems to be pulled out of his hands there, and the referee, Sean Lonergan, says that's going to be a free in. A little bit better there from the home team. Did well to draw the free, and a chance for them to get their second point of the evening. Kicking into the dressing room ends here in Carriganore. And it's going to be the aforementioned Carl Grimes, who's bidding to get a second point for the home team, and that is routinely kicked over the bar by the Dublin man. Second point for him, second point for the home team. 1-8 to 2 points as we approach the end of the first half here on a very still evening here in Carriganore. Kick out is going to come from Shane Garland, the Dundalk IT keeper. who lead that goal coming courtesy of Jay Hughes. A lovely team move. Patrick Johnson was involved in the build-up, and it was finished with aplomb by the corner forwards. Dundalk trying to break again here. They're just getting inside that SCTU cover, and they've done that countless times tonight. You can see it's the direct ball as the tack they've been playing so far tonight, and Liam Stafford can get on the end of this one. Stafford has gone inside the cover. Stafford with the effort, and he's blazed it as he missed his blazed it wide. Liam Stafford didn't get the point out of it, didn't get the score out of it. Was thinking obviously of a goal, but he went for the spectacular there off the outset of the boot. Didn't get the goal, didn't get the score. So it's gone outside and wide. Bit of sense of relief breathed there by the home cover. As Kerwin, that's a very good kick out, reaches the intended target over the far side now as far as Jason Early trying to shake off his man there. Referee says he's fouled. And it's a free for the home team. Back as far as Walter Halley. Links up with Seamus Fitzgerald. Colin Foley making a run off him if he needs it, but the Kilrossenty man carries it forward for the home team. Jim McGurk on the ball now for SCTU Waterford. Links it back into the centre. Again, just losing the ball in the contact there. SCTU, it's good tackling by Sean Healy, the full-back, battling hard with Conor Murphy. And there's a pull of the arm there. Pull back, says Sean Lonergan. So it's going to be a free in for the hosts. Carl Grimes was it a bit too well. He's certainly shaping up to have a kick at this one. He's 45 metres out from the goal, but very capable kicker and dead ball kicker, well capable of scoring from play as well. For the home team, he'll be open to add to his tally and keep that scoreboard ticking as we approach the end of the first half. 1-8 to 2 points. It's an effort. It's gone in, and it's well gathered by Shane Garland, the Dundalk IT goalkeeper, trying to set up another attack here. Looking very composed, as we said, looking very confident on the ball. Back by Shay Loy in this occasion. Back as far as Sean Healy, the full-back, and it's very, very patient, springing across the line, and then there's that direct kick pass into the open space as well by the visitors. SCTU working hard here, almost intercepted there, but good build-up play here, good patience by Dundalk IT, sprayed across this near side as far as Jay Hughes. There was plenty of pace. Great tackle there by Jordan Sullivan. Jordan O'Sullivan got the hand in there. It was a good tackle, disciplined tackling there by the Portlaw man, and SCTU Waterford win it back. Here's Jason Early on the ball now. Momentarily there, prodded forward there. It's in the hands of O'Brien, the cornerback. Both teams guilty of giving it away there, but Killian O'Brien does well, shows a bit of composure to get his hands back on it, and the home team go forward. Here's the substitute, Owen Toomey, the Cork man, going forward there, trying to take on his man. Seems to be pulled back there. Referee says play on. Tug of the arm there, and the referee is going to bring it back for the free. A little bit better from the home team. Well won there by the Cork man, Owen Toomey, who was introduced there early on. Also Keelan Taylor, another one of the substitutes, introduced the Waterford man. He came on for Carl Sheehan of Wicklow. So here's a chance for Carl Grimes, who's perhaps shaping up to have a shot now, but he's looking for a runner inside, and he has spotted Jason Early if he can get the kick away, but he's surrounded once again by a white wall there, you can see, of Dundalk players, and once again they've overturned that ball. That's happened on numerous times this evening, running into traffic there, and that's going to be a free out for the home team, or for the visiting team I should say. And you can see Garland, the goalkeeper, making a run off down the far touchline as well, racing forward here as well. They're attacking in waves, and he could get on the end of this move. I'm sure he'll be trying to, as it's booted forward into that Dundalk inside line. They've been very lively so far here tonight. Effort comes in eventually on the edge of the D. That's a confident kick, and that's a confident score by Patrick Johnson, who gets his second point of the evening. All too easy from an SCTU Waterford point of view. 1-9 to 2 points now. I'm sure we'll hear that halftime whistle coming up very, very shortly indeed. We've played around about 30 minutes, I make it. And that is it. The referee says calls for the ball at halftime. A half that has been dominated, I should say, by the visiting team. Jay Hughes leading the line for Dundalk IT. He's got 1-4. Patrick Johnson and Tom Gray have got a brace of points each, with Shay Loy also on target. Carl Grimes has got the 2 points for the home team, but it's been all one-way traffic here in the opening half. The halftime score in this Trench Cup round 2 clash here at the SCTU Arena. It's Dundalk IT 1 goal and 9 points, SCTU Waterford 2 points. We'll be back on the SCTU Waterford Sports Facebook page with the second half very shortly. And yes, you're very welcome back to the SCTU Arena here in Carriganore. Second half underway. It's Dundalk leading by 1-9 to 2 points, and they are starting the second half in possession with Jack McAvoy, the midfielder, has it. An area they really dominated in the opening half, but they'll be hoping to continue that trend in the second. That goal came courtesy of Jay Hughes, who's top scorer in this Trench Cup game so far. He's got 1-4. And Dundalk starting where they've left off that first half in possession now with Shane Slevin, the wing forward, outside of the boot, diagonal ball, but it's going to be cut off inside, just giving away possession there. And SCTU Waterford have it back in the shape of Keelan Taylor, trying to shake off a couple of challenges there, dishes it back as far as Jordan O'Sullivan. Good play by the Port Lawman, and they have an advantage. Referee says that's now over, and away come the home team. Good play by Jordan O'Sullivan. Fibre the jersey there, tested there, pulled back blatantly there by Shane Slevin, what the referee says play on. You have that all-important football. Here's Ben Kerwin now, the SCTU Waterford goalkeeper in possession. Cross as far as Seamus Fitzgerald on the far over side, looking for options, gives it back to Ben Kerwin. Dylan Furlong. Good play by Furlong, looking for options, sprays this one across, and are we going to know momentarily? Turnover called for there. You can hear the management team on the line trying to call for that, but it's SCTU Waterford who have possession. Seamus Fitzgerald on the ball now, the Kilrossenty speed merchant, trying to get inside that cover. There's a player on the ground there, as looked like Keelan Taylor was taken out of it off the ball. Fitzgerald has an effort off his left leg. This one's going to loop in the air. He's going to get on the end of it. It's batted forward there in as far as the Dundalk goal, in towards that area, but it's well gathered by Garland, the Dundalk number one, and away they come. Nice tidy build up here, and Garland not going to be missed in those fluorescent boots this evening. Has possession for the visitors, and nice patience and control by him. Back as far as the corner back, that's Shane Hanratty. Back as far as the fullback, Sean Healy, who sprays it across as far as Lee Owen Clark, I should say, the wing back, and it's very composed and a good kick pass out there by Dundalk, who just get themselves out of trouble. And Carl Fleming come very, very deep for this ball, and now there's puts Shane Hanratty on the ball now. Route one ball down into the full forward line. They've been showing all night for that ball. The visitors looking very, very lively and looking for the opening score of the second half. Could be inside here. It's back. Effort comes in, and it's into the back of the net. Buried with gusto there. Superb finish. And it's Tom Gray, the centre half forward, I believe, who has nailed that one. Brilliant finish. Ben Kerwin hardly saw it. Roof of the net from Gray, and he rifles that one into the back of the net. 2-9 to 2 points. It's all Dundalk here in Carriganore, and there was certainly plenty of venom in that shot. Tom Gray up to 1-2 now, and Dundalk, as you can see on that scoreboard, up to 2-9 to 2 points. And away come SCTU Waterford, trying to respond with Killian O'Brien, I should say, the Limerick man. Now off as far as Seamus Fitzgerald, trying to get inside that cover. Good play by Shamey. He's on the edge of the D, just ball hits the deck there. He hits the deck, and Dundalk say thank you very much. Booted forward there. Good 1-2 player momentarily there. Shane Slevin tried to play it forward as far as Owen Clark. Not on the same wavelength there, and SCTU win it back with Keelan Taylor, and there's a bit of a pull back there, says Sean Lonergan, the match referee from County Tipperary. So Dundalk management team just questioning there how close that free was taken, but referee says play on. Chance now for the home team to perhaps get their opening score of the second half. It's Seamus Fitzgerald with the effort. That looks good from here, and that's over the bar. Well worked score there, well taken by Seamus Fitzgerald. He's off the mark for this evening. Third point for SCTU Waterford, so 2-9 to 3 points. And played about 5 minutes gone in the second half. It's going to be kick out for Shane Garland in goal for Dundalk IT this evening. Good effort there by Seamus Fitzgerald. He'll be happy with that score. Kick out comes from Garland. Goes route one with this one. Goes long, plenty of height on it. Breaking ball. Who's it going to favour? SCTU in it back. Sean Murphy. Good play by the Wicklow man as they go forward. Just maybe getting their hands on the ball now and getting a spell of possession in the last few minutes. Boots this one forward. In as far as Owen Toomey, the Cork man. Owen goes forward, and the referee says there was a loose hand there, a loose tackle. So that's going to be a free in to SCTU Waterford, who are just maybe up in the ante in the next in the last couple of moments as we have another substitution. It is Tipperary's Mikey Griffin who's coming into the fray for Setu Waterford, and remains to be seen who's coming off there. Looks like, as we're watching this free as well from Carl Grimes, he's got 2 points so far. Looks like Tom McGurk, the Monaghan man, has come off, and Carl Grimes gets his 3rd point of the evening here in this Trench Cup Round 2 clash. 2 94 points, so 2 in a row for the Waterford side. Shamie Fitzgerald with that point from play, and Carl Grimes with his 3rd point of the evening from that resultant free. Ball kicked forward. And Dundalk will want to respond. Those 2 goals, big scores here tonight so far, as well as they lead on that scoreboard by 2-9 to 4 points. They came courtesy of Jay Hughes in the opening half and Tom Gray in the second half. Ball recycled back out. Shane Hanratty on the ball again. Dundalk just going through the keep ball route, trying to just get players into the fray, and they always seem to have that support runner, that option. That outward ball is there all night. Lee Rice involved in that attack, as well as a sprayed across this stand side here in Carriganore. Threaded forward there by Cathal Fleming, involved in the build-up. Back with the centre forward Tom Gray. He's got 1-2 to his name so far this evening, spraying the ball across. And now there's a chance for the wing-back Owen Clark to go into the attack. Outside of the boot, he's gone with it, and thought for a second maybe the umpire was going for a white flag, but signals that ball has gone wide. There's just a lone umpire down in that dressing room end. But he's doing just fine as the kick out comes. Brilliant trajectory on that kick by Ben Kerwin, straight into the arms like an arrow of Jason Early. Route 1 ball inside, well gathered up. Good hand there on the Dundalk corner back there, Conor Clark, who got there, but Conor is adjudged to have put it out over the line according to the referee. No linesman here tonight, but that's going to be a line ball for the home team, and Owen Toomey of Cork is going to take this one. Takes the line ball back as far as the midfielder. That's Jason Early, the Kildare man, in the shape now, or in the hands I should say, of Dylan Furlong. And Furlong with a beautiful ball just puts it right into the path of Jordan O'Sullivan I should say, to get onto. The Waterford man. You can see the Waterford senior footballers that is behind you in the other pitch training. They're here Saturday against Carlow in Division 4 Round 2 of the Alliance League. Seemed to be a contact on the head there of the centre half forward. That's Dylan Furlong, who just a little bit loose there. You could see a pretty bemused look at the shape of Tom Gray, who's arguing that there was no intent in the tackle. The referee says that's going to be a free in. And that is the end result. So it's another chance for Setu Waterford to keep that scoreboard ticking over and perhaps eat into this Dundalk IT lead. Oh, they take it short. Quick thinking by Grimes, demanding that one too. Conor Murphy elects to go solo. Back to Grimes. Can he get room to engineer the kick off his left leg? Grimes with the effort, and it's gone right and wide. Yeah, it's just gone the wrong side of the post there from the corner forward. Did everything right. Got into that position to have an effort at it, but just put it the wrong side of the post. So it remains 2-9 to 4 points. And Shane Garland preparing to take this kick out for Dundalk IT. It's their first outing in the Trench Cup here this evening. TU West Midlands, I should say. The other team in the group, they beat Setu Waterford by a 3-point margin last week. Back with Dundalk, who've introduced Peter McStravick, and he's on the ball now. Booted forward, lovely 1-2, lovely patience here, and lovely offload there by Shane Slevin, breaking at pace. And now here's a chance for Hughes, the corner forward. He's been deadly accurate so far tonight. That one has gone across the face of the goal. Is it gone over the bar? The umpire goes for the white flag. It is over the bar. Super score by Jay Hughes. He's up to 1-5. Dundalk IT are up to 2-10. And real textbook finish there from Hughes on the loop around with the pace, which Dundalk broke at there. Absolutely second to none. And Jay Hughes, the one man I think you want at the end of a move, and finished with aplomb. Ben Kerwin with a kick out for Setu Waterford. Breaking ball, going to favour the home team in this occasion if they can get down over the ball. Hefty challenging there by challenges by Dundalk, but it's fair according to the referee as Setu Waterford drive out with the ball. They still have it, and Sean Lonergan says That's a little bit on the high side. Jason Early sprays it across. Conor McCarthy on the ball for Setu Waterford, the Offaly native. Offaly, of course, making a great start to the National League campaign last weekend with a great win in Corrigan Park Antrim against Belfast. Now it's with McCarthy again, the aforementioned Offaly man. Drills it, hand passes it down the line as far as Owen Toomey is on the ball, trying to get Jason Early to perhaps break that Dundalk line. That's easier said than done so far this evening. There are plenty of bodies back there. Effort comes in eventually. That's not going to reach the target there from McCarthy, and well gathered, easily gathered by the Dundalk goalkeeper Shane Garland, who straight away ships it outside, very, very lively, no hanging around from Dundalk. McAvoy on the ball now, sprays it back into the hands now of right underneath our commentary position here in the stand is Connor Clark on the ball, down as far as the full forward, the busy Cathal Fleming, and quick offload as far as Max Stravic back into the centre as far as Lee Rice, just manning that number 6 role, very composed, very patient in the build-up. And he just sprays it across, knows that support runner is off the shoulder every time. This time it's Shane Hanratty, I should say. Excuse me, trying to carry the ball forward. Trying to get by a couple of challenges of the Setu Waterford defence. And Dundalk just go through a bit of keep ball route for a couple of seconds. And Owen Clark has plenty of space to carry it into. Back into the centre now as far as the midfielder. That's Fergal Malone. And now it's with the lively Tom Gray, the centre half forward for Dundalk IT. Lovely offload as far as Jay Hughes looking for options. And there's a bit of a loose tackle there, came in from Seamus Fitzgerald, was the nearest challenger to him. Hughes is on the ground there. He's got 1-5 so far this evening. Perhaps a little bit of a concern here for the corner forward, but let's hope that's not too serious. 2-10 to 4 points. Live coverage here on the Setu Waterford Sports Facebook page. More live action, of course, coming your way tomorrow evening in the big game in the Higher Education Fitzgibbon Cup. It's round 3 of the Premier Hurling competition, where the home team Setu Waterford take on MTU of Cork in a Munster derby. So looking forward to that one. Throw-in is at 7:15 tomorrow evening, and live coverage available here on this very channel tomorrow evening. So do indeed tune into that one. Right now, it's all about the football and the Trench Cup this evening. Jay Hughes has picked himself up very, very gingerly and is going to take this free for the visiting side. Going to take this one off the carpet, as they say. On the just inside, you can just see just a couple of centimetres inside that 45-metre line. And he's going to have a crack at this one to see if he can add to his tally of 1-5. Let's see how he gets on. Off his left leg, draws it in. Hits the post and just goes outside and wide. Very, very unlucky there from the corner forward. You can see lovely bit of draw on the free there as he tried to bring it inside that post, but went outside off the post and wide. Ben Kerwin looking for options, perhaps thinking about a quick one, but players trying to break away, and it is booted forward as far as Jason Early. Can't give it back to the keeper, of course, but he does well to hang on to that ball there. Knew that he had a free coming as well and just kicks it forward. Very, very lively indeed. And now there could be a chance for the home team to break here. They have players outside as well if they're spotted. Prodded forward now. Seemed to be a late tackle there, but the referee says play on. You're in possession. You have that ball shipped outside as far as Jordan O'Sullivan. Can he get room to get the kick away? Spinning around here on the loop. That's a massive kick, and it'll be a fair score if it goes over. Is the flag gone up? No, it's gone wide. They're pleading their innocence there. They're maybe asking for Hawkeye, which we don't have Hawkeye here in Carriganore this evening, I don't think, but it was a decent enough effort there from Conor Murphy, who was certainly claiming it, but umpires weren't interested. White ball signal, 2-10 to 4 points. Dundalk IT still well in control of this Trench Cup round 2 encounter, coming to you live here from the Setu Arena. Here's Killian O'Brien on the ball for Dundalk IT, carrying it forward, and the loud college or IT have looked very loud side, have looked very, very lively right from the get-go tonight. It's their first outing in the competition. They play TUS Midlands next week, with 2 teams emerging from the group. Of course, TUS Midlands beating Setu Waterford in the opening round. There's another effort coming in there, and once again, that's over the bar from the visiting side at Dundalk IT, and it is, looks like the centre half forward again, Tom Gray, who gets his no, it's Jay Hughes. In fact, it is Jay Hughes, excuse me. Both of them pretty familiar, of course, on that kit as they say. So he's up to 1-6 now for the evening. Real tour de force from Jay Hughes. 2-11 to Dundalk and 4 points to Setu Waterford, as both sides thinking about maybe emptying their benches as well here. I see Dundalk preparing Robbie Quigley down underneath us. He'll be entering the fray very, very shortly. But Setu Waterford win it back, and Sean Murphy ships it across as far as Colin Foley. Good build-up play here by the home team, but they're a long way back. It's certainly a long way back for the Waterford side. But they'll stay battling, and they have possession back again with Jordan O'Sullivan. Back across the centre here. Hefty shoulder there, but it's a fair shoulder. A good old-fashioned one by the Dundalk full forward, Carl Fleming. Back with the home side's goalkeeper, Ben Kerwin. Early on it now again for the Setu Waterford side. And here is the Waterford native, Keelan Taylor, from just out the road in St. Saviour's here in Waterford City. It's a loose hand pass across, though. And a bit of tangle of legs there between Jack McAvoy and Keelan Taylor. As the ball on the deck. Back with Lee Rice, the centre back as far as the wing forward now. Shane Slevin with those socks partly pulled up. He's covered every blade of grass this evening. Back as far as Jay Hughes. Very, very composed by him. Lovely kicker of the ball, and just sprays it across the line and just walking back up to his position now. We will have that Dundalk IT substitute very, very shortly indeed, as they go forward once again. Back with Tom Gray. Diagonal ball off the right side, outside of the right boot. Hugging this touchline on the far side is the full forward. That's a massive effort coming in. That's a beautiful score by Carl Fleming, who nails that one to perfection. That's his first score of the evening, believe it or not. But he's deserved that because he's been very lively, mounting several attacks, got on the end of that one and nailed a very, very good score. So that's his opening score of the evening. 2-12 to 4 points now in favour of Dundalk IT, and looks like we are going to have that couple of substitutions there at Waterford. Setu Waterford, Jason Early, I see making his way off, and it's the Dundalk corner forward Jay Hughes, who can be very, very happy with his night this evening. 1-6 for the number 13. He makes his way off, and it is the substitute gone on there is Robbie Quigley, I believe, is the man who's entered the fray for the visitors, who've really bossed this game right from the get-go, set out their tempo and set out their stall from early on. And referee has the notebook out here. Perhaps could see a card. Certainly going to be a ticking. Certainly was a late challenge there. Setu Waterford have a player on the deck. And that is a yellow card for the midfielder, Jack McAvoy there, who just came in a little bit late, in fairness. And we could have another substitution here as well. Looks like going to be a double substitution for Dundalk in a couple of minutes' time. But we'll follow the play for now. And Ben Kerwin breaking this ball out. And Walter Halley involved there in the that attack as well. You can hear Ben Kerwin there, the Setu Waterford goalkeeper, just roaring for the ball there. As Mark Ward and Andy Ishoya are preparing to come on to the field here in Carriganore. It's been a very productive evening for Dundalk IT this evening. Well on their way to victory, but Setu Waterford will stay battling as this ball is prodded forward as far as Dylan Furlong, the centre forward, the Wexford native. Hit hard there, but fair, says the referee, by Conor Clark. And Dundalk IT once again overturned that ball, and now it's their chance to counter-attack. And you can see a lung-bursting run being made here by Shane Slevin, if he's spotted, carried forward by the centre forward. That's Tom Gray. He's got 1-2 so far this evening. You can see Slevin still making that run. Gray carrying it forward, ball shipped inside, chance here of a score, and in the end it's wisely fisted in, and it's fisted over the bar. Another score for Dundalk IT, and those substitutes making their way onto the fray, making their way onto the field even, and that was a fine score as well. Very, very well worked move, and it's the midfielder is Jack McAvoy making his way off. Very productive evening from his point of view. Just gets a tap in the back there from the Dundalk IT management team. SETU Waterford in possession again with Sean Murphy, who's worked hard at midfield for the home side, the Wicklow man, of course. And they bring this ball forward. Seamus Fitzgerald got that fine point from play off his left leg in the second half. Sprays it back. And a couple of the local students heading for the exits here in Carriganore. SETU Waterford go back into the attack with Jordan O'Sullivan. Takes that ball, looks for the 1-2, but it's back outside now. The home team in possession, shipped back out as far as Carl Grimes. 3 points for him so far this evening. Can they get the kick away? Ball comes back in as far as Conor Murphy, but again he's well surrounded there. Look at the discipline by Dundalk IT, who even at this stage of the game, even well in control, are still contend on not conceding those scores. They're preparing another couple of substitutes underneath us as well. Bit of maybe conversation as regards how many substitutes as well, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Shane Slevin has made his way off the Dundalk IT team as well, the number 10, who's worked really hard this evening. Back now with Dylan Furlong for SETU Waterford. Seamus Fitzgerald and Owen Toomey linking up. Now it's with Conor McCarthy shipping it across. Dundalk have all bar 2 players inside their own half of the field. It's just booted forward there and easily gathered. The defensive mark claimed there by Shane Garland, the goalkeeper for Dundalk IT. Is not afraid to go forward. Another couple of substitutes being called there by Dundalk down underneath us, as Liam Fennell is also going to be introduced for SETU Waterford as well. The Waterford footballer, of course, who had a stormer, I believe, in Carrick-on-Shannon at the weekend for the Waterford footballers, who were soundly beaten by Leitrim in the end, but I believe the Strably man stood up really tall and put in a very solid performance, as he always does. Ball hits the deck there. Bit of soccer there being displayed, and SETU Waterford have possession back. Just slips out of the hands there of Shane or of Killian O'Brien, but does well to retrieve the situation. Now it's with Furlong, the centre forward. Good route, one ball inside. Lovely turn of pace here by Grimes. Gets away from his marker off his right leg. Into the waiting arms, though, of Shane Garland. He'll be disappointed with that, Grimes, because he had the hard work done. Just not enough latitude on that kick as well, and easily gathered by the Dundalk IT goalkeeper. Route, one ball inside, and again it's very, very lively. It's very, very sharp. And here's a chance for the visitors to perhaps go for the killer here. Here's a chance. Ball comes in. Save well by Kerwin. No, good save by Ben Kerwin, who got down low there to deny Andy Shia, the substitute for Dundalk. Here's Liam Fennell coming on for SETU Waterford. A couple of substitutes for Dundalk as well. I see Rory Farrell getting ready to come into the fray, and Godfrey Shia is also ready to come into the fray for Dundalk IT. Lee Rice, the centre half back, has his job done for the evening. Very solid start, I should say, by the Loud side, who will certainly, judging by tonight's performance, take a bit of beating in this competition. So this kick out is going to come from Ben Kerwin. Takes the 1-2 there for the home team, who are going to stay battling to the end. 2-13 to 4 points on the scoreboard, but it's really been a game that Dundalk have dominated right from the get-go here this evening in Carriganore. Player down on the ground on the far side, but referee says it's okay to play on. Grimes treads this one through. Chance of a goal here perhaps for Conor Murphy if he can get inside that cover, but good defending by Dundalk. Murphy ships it back out. Here's a chance for Conor McCarthy. He's on the edge of the D, off his right leg, kicks it in, but again it's only into the arms of Shane Garland. That's happened on one too many occasions, I think, for the home team this evening. Garland has plucked them. He'll gather them all day long, and it's mounting the attack every time then, and it's with the Dundalk full forward. This time it's Carl Fleming. He has runners available all night long, and that ball is just kept in play. Well done there by Liam Stafford, who took a hefty knock as well as he kept that ball in play. Back into the centre now for Dundalk. It's with the full forward. That's Carl Fleming. 1 point so far this evening. Well gathered inside, or just cut it out. Well cut out there inside, and it's a chance for the home team to break forward again. Here's Liam Fennell, just introduced for the local side. as we head down the home straight here in Carriganore. Again, ball dropped, but it's gone out over the line. Line ball to Setu Waterford. Another substitute for the home team. It's looks like trying to figure out who's coming off there. It's Samuel Peach from Kerry, who's entering the fray, and just trying to see who's coming off. There's a player gone off, is there, on the... Not sure if... Oh, it's actually... Looks like the player has come off, but we'll follow the play here. Chance perhaps of a goal. Ball inside, drilled in by Murphy, and it's saved by Garland, who was equal to that effort there. Good save by the Dundalk goalkeeper, but the referee either way was playing an advantage, so he's going to come back for the free on that far over side of the field, and a chance for Carl Grimes to add to his tally. Five minutes left here at the SETU Arena. Live coverage here on the SETU Arena Sports Waterford Facebook page, and the umpires nod to each other to say that is good. Up goes the white flag. 4th point of the evening for Carl Grimes, and SETU Waterford are up to 5 points. But it's 2-15 to Dundalk, which has been very impressive shooting, and plenty of that coming from play as well by the visiting side, who'll be heading back up the motorway pretty happy, pretty satisfied with their Trench Cup opener here this evening. We have another whistle going, but that's another whistle from one of the other pitches, which are being pretty active here this evening, with the Waterford senior hurlers and senior footballers both training here as well this evening. And Dundalk IT, this time it's Ben Kerwin who's out from his goal area, and Carl Fleming could well profit from this. Elects to go for the point, floats it in off his right leg, and he floats it over the bar. 2nd point of the evening for Carl Fleming. 2-16 for Dundalk, 5 points for SETU Waterford. As we enter the final few minutes. We're just trying to figure out whether it's 2:15 or 2:14 on the scoreboard. We've 2:15. We'll figure it out in due course. We might go with the scoreboard here. We're not too sure, but either way, I think it's fair to say that there's only one team been in this game for long spells. In fairness to SETU Waterford, they're battling away, and they'll fight to the bitter end. Managed, of course, by Tramore native John Fitzgerald. See Paddy Nugent as well, and involved in the backroom team, along with Darragh Mulcahy, Tom Cullen, and indeed Ryan Harris. As Colin Foley has this effort off his left leg, kicked inside and easily gathered by Brian Garland, who's Shane Garland, I should say, who's out from his goal. Shane Hanratty kicks it forward as far as Indy Ashaya. Goes forward now for Dundalk IT, makes himself available again for it 1-2, but happy to dish it off to Carl Fleming, who treads this one forward off the outside of his right boot. Spectacular ball inside. Is there an end product at the end of this for Dundalk, as Robbie Quigley has the effort? It would have been some score there. It was a free-flowing move. I've seen plenty of them this evening by Dundalk, but that just went the wrong side of the post from their point of view, but I'm sure they won't mind at this stage. Well on their way to victory. Ben Kerwin off his right leg, and the mark claimed by SETU Waterford. Pushed in the back there of Owen Toomey. Conor McCarthy trying to seize up the options, treads it forward, and SETU Waterford go back into the attack. Chance for momentarily Conor Murphy. Hits the deck, booted forward there again. Battle for possession here. Who can bend their back and get over it? McCarthy says, I will do that. In the corner, trying to get out of that corner now, and Owen Toomey in possession again, the Corkman. In as far as Ronan Byrne, who's also been introduced, and he's fairly shouldered there. In fairness to Ronan Byrne, he picks himself up, but again, good tackling there by Dundalk. Very, very disciplined as well. Just shepherded it out over the end line there, and it's gone out harmlessly for a wide ball as we hit the final few moments of this Trench Cup encounter. we're going with 2:14 on the scoreboard. 2:15, well, on our scoreboard on the screen, which Dennis is operating here this evening and doing it very well as well. So I think we're going to go with 2:14, but that's a tackle around the neck there by Jordan O'Sullivan. On Mark Ward, who's certainly a tall, athletic figure after being introduced for Dundalk. Sprayed across. And it is Dundalk just very, very patient. I think we've associate that word in the modern game, but it certainly has been from their point of view all evening. And that ball, which was called for being picked off the ground there by the Setu Waterford management team, but ball hits the deck, and no advantage accruing there as Liam Fennell came in to pick that one up, but the referee was playing an advantage, and it's going to be a free into Dundalk, who'll be hoping to add to their tally. It looks like Cathal Fleming, the full forward, has got 2 points so far this evening. Is going to shape up to kick this one. Fleming's effort, though, has gone the wrong side of the post, just pulls it. And with that, the referee, Sean Lonergan for Tipperary, brings an end to this Trench Cup Round 2 clash.